Sorry about that. As you can tell, if you watched the last video, which, if you haven't watched the last video, you should, because this is a series. I ran out of space on the SD card, so I had to pause this and come back. If it really is Ames, he should respond in some way. What if it's the wrong person? The guards may get suspicious and come running instead. Security could get tighter too. Try to be sure before you take the risk. Don't call out to a hostage with the action button unless you're fairly sure that it's Ames, which means I need to get up kind of close with the microphone. If you make a mistake, switch the mic for the AK and get out of there before the guards get suspicious. If you're discovered inside, they'll cut off your retreat and call in the reinforcements. You won't make it out of the room. The mission will be over if you're discovered. Don your disguise and look for Ames while deflecting the enemy's suspicion.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core. Shell 1 core.
You're Ames, aren't you?
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
You're Ames, aren't you?
Hey, you! Just wait a minute! What's up with that weapon?
Report your status. Is something wrong? Trouble in Shell 1 core. B1 hall. Check it immediately.
Freeze! Right, come in. Right!
So I can't kill any of the guards.
You're Ames, aren't you? You're Ames, aren't you?
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core. Hey, you! Just wait a minute! Who's that? Freeze! Right, come in. Right.
They just got one
Right.
mission failed shot. Holy crap, what was that? Sorry, there was just something outside the window.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core. Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
Your aims, aren't you?
Reporting no problems in the hall.
Your aims, aren't you?
Shell 1 core.
Your aims, aren't you? Your aims, aren't you?
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
Your aims, aren't you? Then perhaps your aims, right? Possible hostile sighted. Send backup.
Okay. I might have to stop shooting soon because it looks like there's
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
a lot of light flashing out there.
Then perhaps your aims, right? Then perhaps your aims, right?
Can't kill anybody, which is a fairly bad thing.
Then perhaps your aims, right? It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames. It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames. It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames.
What's up with that web? Who's that? Freeze! What the hell happened? Raiden!
Here I thought the first guy doing that was just a laser watch. Okay, I've established that none of these people are Ames. So...
It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames.
What's up with that web? Who's that? Freeze!
Well, it's not lightning. I guess it must be lights outside. Who knows?
Right, come in. Right!
Yeah, that's not gonna help my ranking at the end of the game. Presumably. Dude, have rankings.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core. Hey, you! Just wait a minute. Who's that? Freeze! Right, come in. Right!
It's just one guard. Raiden's a ninja. You should be able to take him out with a single hit.
Reporting no problems in the hall. Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames.
My name's Jennifer.
Hey, you! Just wait a minute! Freeze!
I had an AK. All I did was shoot the guy. Phew, at least I got in.
Right, come in. Right,
Okay, so
right!
we've established that she is not Ames. Okay, Snake. There.
Raiden, one of those hostages.
Heartbeat should sound different from the others. Okay.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
Not Ames.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
you're not Ames either.
That's Ames. I thought that it was just had to be a regular, not outright beating.
You must be Ames. Keep still and listen to me. I'm not a terrorist. I got in here using one of their uniforms. I'm taking off the tape. Stay quiet.
Who told you about me?
An informer calling himself Mr. X, dressed like a ninja.
I see. Take this thing off me, will you? I'm Richard Ames.
Secret Service?
No, I was sent in by the Lali Lulelo, just like you.
What?
No, Fox. You're not Fox Sound.
You're
I
here to
have
find
no
out where
idea
the
what
president is.
Low is.
We have little time, so I'll be brief. How about switching to nanocommunications first?
Why? We're right next to each other.
Right, silence beats talk when it comes to safety.
Well, Revolver has us on cam right now, so how does this work?
Are you on?
Right here. Do you really know where the president is?
Telepathy?
Almost certainly. He was moved to the first floor of Shell 2's core section.
The first floor. The core of Shell 2. Is he still there?
I don't know. I can't get a response.
You don't think he's been like the other hostages? A hostage was killed in retaliation after the SEAL 10 disaster, remember?
What are you talking about? Regardless of what they do to other hostages, they won't touch the president.
What makes you so sure?
The case.
You mean the nuclear button they took?
Right. And the case won't do a thing by itself. That case may be the single most advanced example of a weapons failsafe system. The password is nothing less than the physiological data of the US president.
Physiological data?
The president's own vital signs, heartbeat, brainwave pattern, blood pressure and so on are constantly monitored and relayed by his internal nanomachines. This information, along with the DNA pattern, serve as a biometric password, unbreakable even by the latest parallel processor supercomputers. The password entry itself cannot be performed unless brainwave patterns and heartbeats fall within normal parameters, rendering chemical and other forms of coercion impractical. In other words, the login must be made of the president's own free will. As a failsafe, the input must also be reconfirmed hourly, even after the initial login. If a valid confirmation is not forthcoming, the system will automatically cancel the login.
And that's why they can't harm the president.
At least until the bird flies.
Is there really a new model of Metal Gear here?
Absolutely. The black case serves as the launch key to Metal Gear as well.
Why would they hide Metal Gear in an offshore plant?
Haven't they told you anything?
No, just like last time.
The entire thing was planned. The oil spill, the tanker accident that caused it, everything. The big shell was built specifically for the development of a new Metal Gear model.
They already had
the inspection tour was to check its progress.
2 years ago.
What's going on around here?
Wait. Here comes Snake.
That's him?
Use the microphone to listen in.
That isn't Solid Snake. Solid Snake is dressed up as one of the Marines. SEALs, whatever. Yeah, that's quite obvious.
King, Fat Man is dead.
It doesn't matter. Saved us the trouble of getting us.
Why did he betray us?
Who knows? They're a band of lunatics to begin with. Nothing they do should come as a surprise.
I'll have his background rechecked, just in case.
That's
You
Liquid
think he was
Ocelot.
working for them?
We can't discount the possibility, especially with that intruder still at large.
Yes. The man in the sneaking suit.
You know more
The
about
two
those
men in the
suits than I
sneaking
do.
suits.
But Foxhound was disbanded 4 years ago. So it must be the Patriots. What about the damage to Shell 2?
The circulation system for the contaminated water has been damaged. The water being drawn in is overflowing, and the lower block of the central section is flooding.
Seal the connecting pathway between Shells 1 and 2.
The Simtex and IR sensors are already in place.
Any effect on it?
No.
Metal Gear.
What about the President?
The password entry has already been
Metal
made
Gear
to the
Ray.
Black Case. In 1 hour, we'll need a confirmation from him. His work is done after that.
Make sure you keep him alive until then.
Yes, I know.
What about the unit's activation?
Neither of these
Almost
are
complete.
liquid
The
or
code has already been entered.
solid.
All we need now is for the girl to start the system.
The usual method, I
By the
assume?
way,
No.
the snacks.
The drugs took care of everything.
Only a few more steps to outer heaven.
Again, outer heaven again. What big boss wanted, that's what Liquid Snake wanted, and now these guys are doing it. What the?
Shalashaska.
I cannot even guess.
What about you?
I'm having the matter looked into.
Olga, don't cast suspicion where it isn't due.
Where it isn't due, when you watched my father die and did nothing.
It's been 2 years ago, Olga. Let it go.
I read the case file for Shadow Moses, by the way.
Olga, how could you suspect me?
I know that the ninja is not one of my men.
How meaningful you make that sound. If Sergei were still alive...
If the old man were still alive, I wouldn't need to take orders from you.
Olga, Sergei was my best friend.
You
If you
killed him,
sell us
too.
out, I'll kill you myself.
Shoot him right
This
now.
daughter of Sergei. Don't ever let me see your gun pointed at me again.
If you wish, I'll put a bullet in your back instead.
But when no one else would. You think any government would have you as irregulars in this political climate? The worst kind of wet works, maybe. But even that's doubtful. I recommend against switching camps. You've nowhere left to go.
Which one is claiming to be Solid Snake, by the way? Well, it makes sense. This was Ocelot, but because you know he's got Liquid's arm.
It's happening again.
This damn right arm. Liquid! It's almost as if it's having its revenge.
How much do you think we spent on that arm in Lyon? The best transplant surgery team in the world.
I never trust a Frenchman. There's something going on. The incidents are becoming more frequent. Maybe that man's presence.
Ocelot, I leave this place in your hands.
Revolver
I have the
Snake
intruder
like
to take care
That's what
of.
he call himself.
Yes, King.
King! Oh, that's one of the people. So apparently Ocelot or Liquid or whoever they're calling him now is the one claiming to be Solid Snake.
Is that really Solid Snake?
That's what he claims.
I thought Snake was dead.
Solid Snake did die,
No, that was
but he's
Liquid
also here in the
Snake.
shell. Either he survived or there are two of them,
2 of them?
and that's impossible.
Called cloning, you idiot. We confirmed that in the last game.
Anyway, what did you manage to catch?
They said password input was complete.
I thought so.
You said the password entry into the black case had to be made by the president willingly.
That's right.
So this means the president is cooperating with them.
It would have to be, yes.
Why?
Or they're just
Probably
screwing
tired of being a
like
puppet.
idiots.
But it wasn't a smart move
First
to
game.
betray us.
A puppet?
We're running out of time. They will fire a nuke. You know what you need to do before then.
Hijack Metal
Fire the
Gear.
nuke, but it's nowhere close to the ransom deadline.
Ransom?
$30 billion in cash.
What are you babbling about? The nuclear strike is not a threat. It's been the objective all along.
They plan to slaughter millions of people.
No, a high-altitude detonation. You've heard of the Compton effect?
Total disruption of electronic equipment caused by EMMA pulse.
Textbook answer. Well, when an average nuclear warhead goes off within the atmosphere, the result is an electromagnetic pulse of up to 50 billion megawatts. The EMMA field can reach tens of thousands of volts per meter, and most electronic equipment will be toast in an instant.
How much you want to bet
If one of the
that
key
the Metal
levers
Gear
of
is
the world economy stops
proof?
functioning, it could mean the beginning of a global depression.
But that isn't their aim. What they plan to do is liberate Manhattan, pull it offline and turn it into some kind of a republic. Hence, Sons of Liberty, I suppose.
Sons of Liberty.
Damn! Ocelot is coming. I'm going offline.
Okay, Ocelot isn't the one who's claiming to be Snake, but now this is starting to make very little sense. I mean, Metal Gear Solid made a little sense before they
Search my
started.
pocket. Hurry! It's a security card. You'll be able to unlock doors of up to level 3 security. Use it to get to Shell 2. Take care of the president
For the
before they
resolve.
launch the nuke.
But,
He's coming here. Pick up your AK.
hopefully they'll resolve all this.
What do you think you're doing?
I asked him to remove these. I'm ill, you see.
I always knew that the DIA turned out second-rate liars.
What are you talking about?
No need for denials. We know what you are, Colonel Ames.
Colonel?
They knew that the president was planning to betray them,
What the?
so they sent you in to keep tabs on him. Am I right?
You.
Sorry, Colonel. You failed to carry out your duties.
You'll never escape the Lali Lulelo.
Is that so?
Long row?
What the?
Don't tell me Fox died.
You tricked me. I understand now. Ocelot.
You, which team are you with? Show me your face. You know who he is.
No, he is not one of mine.
How can you tell with that mask on?
Identify yourself. We meet at last.
Almost took his hand again.
Hold your fire. We need the hostages alive. You, but you died.
Come on. Let me play Cyborg Ninja just once. For one stage. Man, everybody else gets to have all the fun and ride and just runs away. Or pick up the pieces, sorry. I'm gonna need
Ames is dead. Looked like a heart attack.
Fox die.
That's unfortunate. However, we do at least know where the president is.
So there really is a new type of Metal Gear in this place?
Apparently. We're still looking into it.
I've also been told that the nuclear strike was what the terrorists were after from the start, not the $30 billion.
Right. It was a cover-up all along.
Colonel, what are you keeping from me?
I am not keeping back anything. It's not as though I'm told all the facts either. I'm pulling in all the favors I can to look into all this. Just be a little patient.
Our priority should be with the President right now. We can take it that they've completed the password entry and are preparing Metal Gear for nuclear strike. Get to the President as soon as possible.
But the President is cooperating with them.
According to Ames, yes. But it's also true that they're about to get rid of the President. There's something else going on here, and the President may be able to tell you what it is when you see him in person. Once they get the confirmation for nuclear launch, they'll do it. You need to rescue the President before then.
Jack, I agree with the Colonel. You need to protect the President for now.
All right.
You know, at least Raiden, he's got a cooler suit now. But look at this. The conspiracy in Metal Gear Solid was all hidden. They're like, this is a conspiracy, look at it. And take it apart. And, I mean, come on. Sending an entire team of SEALs in with Raiden just takes away from the entire atmosphere of the game. Also the fact that Solid Snake and Hal Emmerich and, for all we know, Meryl Silverberg, and most definitely he's some kind of cyborg ninja, are in there. Just, I mean, it takes away from the sense of aloneness, from the intensity of it all. The first part of the game was friggin' intense. You were Solid Snake, a one-man army going in alone onto a ship full of Marines. Marines, a Metal Gear, some Russian terrorists, mixing it up all up. And then this. Raiden. Guy who acts like he's, I mean, everything after the tanker, it just starts feeling more and more like they're parodying the first game. We're gonna leave that suit on for now. Where's the Captain one? Okay. I get struck D. The conspiracy was built in the first game.
Encounter the enemy. Request.
It's just every bit of the atmosphere after. Is ruined by the fact that you're not alone. And then that you're not completely alone. You didn't know if Cyborg Ninja was a friendly. You didn't know. You never got any backup. They didn't tell you who's Snake's name until, well, the very last scene. that means I used up all my AK ammo and all my pistol ammo for nothing. Nope, the AK. Then there's the bomb disposal guy, and if you're complaining about spoilers right now, well, then you really should have watched the rest of the series. Huh. That was really the only choice I had. These things spotted me. So I need to be a little more careful with my aiming, and I'm about to run out of time. So I better... AK ammo... Yeah. I hate about the automatic weapons in this game, and with the fact they completely... Where the hell is that thing coming from?